The Pathfinder has always been a safe choice in the three-row SUV segment, but with the upcoming updates, it becomes much more than that. With novelties on the outside, inside, under the hood, the next year's version turns into an absolute no-brainer, into one of the best models in the class easily. Let's check out 5 reasons why waiting for the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder is a genius move. Number 5. Mid-cycle refresh that actually matters. Most mid-cycle refreshes are nothing more than minor tweaks that barely register with buyers. But the 2026 Pathfinder breaks that mold with changes that fundamentally alter how this SUV presents itself to the world. The styling evolution focuses on areas where the current model needed the most help, particularly the front end that many owners felt looked too generic compared to standout competitors. The most dramatic transformation happens with the headlight design, which adopts a sophisticated split configuration that immediately sets the Pathfinder apart from every other three-row SUV on the market. This isn't just a cosmetic change. The split headlight layout creates a more premium appearance that rivals what you'd find on luxury SUVs costing significantly more. The upper portion houses sleek LED daytime running lights that give the Pathfinder a modern, high-tech appearance, while the lower section contains the main headlight elements with improved illumination performance. The grille receives complementary updates that work in perfect harmony with the new lighting design. Updated textures and trim pieces enhance the premium feel while maintaining the truck-inspired character that helped the current generation stand out from softer crossover competitors. The front bumper gets subtle but important reshaping that improves the integration between all these elements, creating a cohesive design that feels intentional rather than pieced together. At the rear, the taillights receive updated internal graphics that tie the whole design together. The changes maintain the current generation's successful proportions while adding the visual sophistication that keeps it competitive against newer rivals. The Rock Creek Edition benefits even more from the refresh, with additional aggressive styling elements that include unique wheel designs and exterior trim pieces that signal enhanced capability. These styling updates address one of the biggest complaints about the current Pathfinder, that it looked too similar to every other crossover in parking lots. The 2026 refresh solves this problem by giving the Pathfinder a distinctive appearance that announces its presence without being overly flashy. Number 4. Google-based tech revolution. The technology upgrades coming with the 2026 Pathfinder represent a massive leap forward that brings this SUV into the modern era of connectivity and user experience. The centerpiece is the introduction of Google's automotive platform, the same advanced system that's already transforming the driving experience in the new Rogue and Armada. This isn't just about having a bigger screen, though the larger display certainly makes a difference. The Google-based system fundamentally changes how families interact with their vehicle, offering intuitive voice commands that actually understand natural speech patterns. Instead of memorizing specific phrases to control climate settings or navigation, passengers can simply speak conversationally, and the system responds intelligently. Built-in Google Maps integration means the navigation system stays constantly updated with real-time traffic information, road closures, and the most efficient routes. Unlike traditional navigation systems that require periodic updates, the Google platform ensures you're always working with the latest map data and traffic algorithms. For families taking road trips or navigating unfamiliar areas, this translates to reduced stress and more reliable arrival times. Wireless connectivity becomes standard across more trim levels, eliminating the cable management that frustrates modern families with multiple devices. The system supports multiple device connections simultaneously, so passengers don't have to choose between phone charging and entertainment options. Enhanced USB-C ports throughout the cabin provide faster charging for tablets, gaming devices, and other electronics that make long family trips more manageable. The digital instrument cluster receives updates that work seamlessly with the Google platform, displaying navigation prompts, music information, and vehicle data in customizable layouts. This integration creates a unified technology experience that feels modern and cohesive, rather than like separate systems forced to work together. Number 3. Interior refinement that rivals luxury SUVs. The enhancements for 2026 focus on elevating the premium feel throughout the cabin, addressing areas where buyers wanted more sophistication without compromising the practical strengths that make the Pathfinder work for real families. These enhancements target the details that separate good SUVs from great ones, the materials, textures, and finishes that passengers notice during daily use. A redesigned steering wheel leads the improvements, offering better ergonomics and updated controls that complement the new Google-based technology platform. The steering wheel design incorporates premium materials materials and refined button layouts that make accessing key functions more intuitive. Heated steering wheel functionality expands across more trim levels, addressing a popular request from owners in colder climates. Material upgrades throughout the dashboard and door panels enhance the tactile experience without dramatically changing the overall aesthetic. Soft touch surfaces replace hard plastics in key contact areas, while updated trim pieces add visual interest and premium appeal. The dashboard maintains its clean, truck-inspired appearance, but benefits from textures and finishes that rival what you'd find in luxury three-row SUVs costing notably more. Ambient lighting becomes available across more trim levels, creating a more upscale atmosphere for evening driving. The lighting system offers multiple color options and intensity settings that can be adjusted based on driving conditions and passenger preferences. Number 2. Hybrid technology finally arrives. After years of watching competitors offer hybrid powertrains while the Pathfinder remained gas-only, Nissan is finally bringing electrification to their three-row SUV. This isn't some hastily developed hybrid system designed just to check a box on environmental regulations. The hybrid powertrain represents a comprehensive rethinking of how the Pathfinder delivers power, efficiency, and refinement. The hybrid system addresses the #1 complaint that's been haunting Pathfinder owners since the current generation launched: fuel economy that barely competes with hybrid rivals. While the current V6-only Pathfinder struggles to exceed 23 miles per gallon combined, the 2026 hybrid targets numbers that can finally compete head-to-head with the Toyota Highlander hybrid and other electrified competitors. For families putting serious miles on their three-row SUV, this represents hundreds of dollars in annual fuel savings. The electric motor integration solves another persistent complaint about the current powertrain: sluggish acceleration during everyday driving situations. The current V6 feels adequate once it gets moving, but the initial throttle response leaves many owners wanting more urgency when merging onto highways or passing slower traffic. The hybrid system's electric motor fills in these power gaps with instant torque delivery that makes the Pathfinder feel more responsive and confident in all driving scenarios. What makes this hybrid system particularly impressive is that Nissan isn't compromising the Pathfinder's class-leading 6,000-pound towing capacity. Unlike some competitors that sacrifice capability for efficiency, the electrified Pathfinder maintains its position as one of the strongest towers in the three-row segment. The electric motor's instant torque actually helps with trailer launching and hill climbing, potentially making the hybrid version even better for families who boat, camp, or haul recreational equipment. Last but definitely not least, battery placement doesn't compromise space or cargo capacity. It maintains the practical advantages that make the Pathfinder work for large families. The hybrid system adds sophistication without reducing the fundamental utility that three-row buyers demand. Number 1. V6 smoothness continues. While the hybrid system grabs headlines, the most compelling reason to wait for the 2026 Pathfinder might be the continuation of the naturally aspirated V6 engine that sets this SUV apart from the vast majority of competitors. In an era where most three-row SUVs have switched to turbocharged four-cylinder engines that feel rough and sound agricultural, the Pathfinder maintains its commitment to smooth, refined power delivery that families actually prefer for daily driving. The naturally aspirated V6 produces 284 horsepower in most models, with the Rock Creek Edition cranked up to 295 horsepower when using premium fuel. These power figures outperform many turbocharged rivals, but the real advantage comes from how this power is delivered. Unlike turbocharged engines that can feel laggy at low speeds and then surge with sudden, unpredictable power delivery, the V6 provides consistent, linear acceleration that makes the Pathfinder feel more refined and controllable. The 9-speed automatic transmission receives calibration updates for 2026 that improve shift timing and smoothness even further. This transmission works in perfect harmony with the V6's power characteristics, always seeming to be in the right gear for the driving situation. The combination eliminates the hunting and searching behavior that plagues many turbocharged competitors with their CVT or poorly calibrated automatic transmissions. Noise refinement remains a major advantage over turbocharged competitors. The V6 operates quietly at cruise speeds and produces a pleasant sound when accelerating, avoiding the harsh diesel-like character that many turbocharged four-cylinder engines exhibit under load. For families spending hours in their SUV during road trips, this refinement advantage becomes increasingly important. All-wheel drive remains available across the lineup, with the system getting enhanced torque distribution algorithms that improve traction in various conditions. The 7 drive modes include sand and mud rut settings that actually make a difference in challenging conditions, giving the Pathfinder genuine capability that backs up its rugged appearance. The impressive 6,000-pound towing capacity continues to be one of the best in the class, beating rivals like the Toyota Highlander and Honda Pilot by significant margins. Also, reliability expectations remain high with the continued use of the proven V6 architecture. With all these updates in mind, Pathfinder becomes way more appealing, but the problem is that rivals are shaping up for the next year as well. Check out this video about the 2026 Chevrolet Traverse, which you can now see on the screen. Chevy's midsizer will continue to dominate the segment with its cavernous cabin, with subtle but effective updates that make it better than ever before.